Greetings to you all and welcome to Tiberian Alternative, a mod/custom campaign for the original Command & Conquer engine that serves as the sequel to the fantastic Red Alert Alternative created by Dr. J. Now I know nothing about what awaits us, playing this game completely blind here, so you are invited to join me on this journey of discovery. First things first though, some credit needs to be given for how the game is packaged. It's bundled together with OpenRA, the free version of the classic engine that all the cool kids are using for their multiplayer matches. This means that the mod can be started by downloading a file, extracting said file, and then double-clicking a .exe. That's it. It's a small thing, but a lot of people are put off when faced with having to copy mod files over to existing ones inside their game folders and the like. So this ease of use is a big plus in my books. But anyway, I'm stalling. Let's get to fighting. Player name. Right, I can do this. Off to a strong start. Prefer to go, what on earth is this? This is madness. Let's enjoy it. What is my typical colour? It's somewhere in this range. I'm trying to match the hue on my A in my logo. I don't know precisely what it is. Try this. I clicked store. Okay, good. That looks close enough. I definitely want this on, yes. Right. That unit's using left, command unit's using right. My brain is going to get very confused between this and Red Alert 2. Left. What does classic look like? That's a lot of left. You know what? My brain will adapt automatically. I don't need to read this. Sure. Why not? Nah. Whoa, 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 what the hell are you doing here? You exposing my anonymous ID to the world? I mean, sure, enjoy, Dr. J. This doesn't seem that anonymous to me, but, you know, you do you. What the hell? You have online functionality in this? Never mind, I'm getting distracted. Let us begin. Interesting. I can select whatever mission I like. Don't read that. That's probably a bit of a spoiler. So in this game, Act 1 is already produced and ready to go, but as my understanding, it's not completely finished, and I think Act 2 is coming. If Act 2 is not coming, this is an odd naming scheme. But that's what I believe is going on here. Obviously, we're putting the difficulty on hardcore. I have been informed that this game is supposedly very difficult on the hardest setting, to the point that some of the levels are either untested or unbeaten on the hardest settings. That's going to be fun. We're definitely doing that. Right. Video briefing links. Ooh. I may have to boot something. Okay, so in this game what we seem to have is our mission briefings stored as YouTube videos, rather than in the previous game where they were stored on a separate sub-application. So in the past I had to keep quick switching between applications, in this I have to quick switch between an internet browser and the game. I don't mind, it's not a problem. It's a little cumbersome for recording purposes, but for playing the game it would be absolutely fine. I just shove it on the second monitor. That's right, I'm a gamer. Right. I found out there's also an intro cutscene that we probably should watch before the first mission, so let's make way with that, shall we?
Global Defense Initiative Background and Orientation Briefing. Prepared for Field Commander Alpha Charlie Tango. In 1951, the Soviet Union launched an invasion of the European continent. Despite fierce resistance from a coalition of allied European forces, 4 years later, in 1955, the entirety of continental Europe and the United Kingdom had fallen under Soviet control.
This also means I can pause to comment in the middle of videos. This is an advantage. So I am aware of the fact that these videos exist in two different forms. Ones with voiceovers and ones without. This is a superb voice for either.
On the eve of his victory celebration, Joseph Stalin, the leader of the Soviet Union, died under mysterious circumstances. Foul play has long been suspected, but never proven. In the following years, numerous rebel factions attempted to resist Soviet occupation, but were brutally suppressed in turn. In 1965, yet another rebellion broke out in the Bavarian Alps in southern Germany, led by Dr. Franz Leibniz and an Allied officer from the war, codenamed Field Commander A9. Under Field Commander A9's leadership, and utilizing armaments provided by a black market arms dealer operating under the codename Cabal, the rebel faction had liberated all of Germany and declared itself the reconstituted alliance by spring of 1967. From Germany, the reborn Allies began pushing out into surrounding territories, including Austria, Italy, and Poland. In the midst of this broad counterattack, a meteor crashed near the Tiber River, carrying an anomalous extraterrestrial mineral which would come to be known as Tiberium. As the fighting continued to spread, the European allies were co-opted by an ancient terrorist organization called the Brotherhood of Nod. The Soviet counterattack was cut short and the government went into rapid collapse thanks to the defection of a Soviet officer named Elena Cherkivna to the Brotherhood of Nod, who subsequently destroyed most of Soviet high command upon being recalled to Moscow.
Good times.
March 1969. In the aftermath of these events, Dr. Leibniz, dismayed at the Brotherhood's co-optation of the alliance, exploited the disarray of the Soviet Union following the destruction of its upper leadership to pressure it into signing a peace agreement, forming a security coalition called the European Defense Initiative. The Soviets' condition for acceding to this agreement was the complete destruction of the Brotherhood of Nod. After 2 more years of bloody fighting, the Brotherhood, spearheaded by Field Commander A9 and Commander Cherkivna, decimated the forces of EDI. In August of 1971, the Brotherhood handed EDI its final defeat, leading to the coalition's dissolution. Following this victory, the Brotherhood faded into obscurity and began pursuing more clandestine activities as the Soviet Union collapsed and the countries of Europe began a long recovery following years of warfare. 1995, the present day. Tiberium has now spread to over 200 locations on the Earth's surface, and this alien mineral has become the top commodity in global trade markets. The Brotherhood of Nod has resurfaced and begun pursuing renewed terrorist activities on a global scale. To combat this threat, a coalition of Western nations, spearheaded by the United States, have pooled their resources to establish a successor to EDI called the Global Defense Initiative. With UN funding and armed with weapons and equipment salvaged from its predecessor organization, GDI has one goal: eliminate multinational terrorism in an effort to preserve freedom.
That is a lot of information. Oh, it's not done yet.
Are you picking this up? Good. Welcome to the Global Defense Initiative, Commander. Your dossier is quite impressive.
Look at the way his mouth moves.
Perform as well as you did in training, and you'll be a major asset to the cause. First, let me be blunt. The situation is stacked against us right now. GDI might look powerful on paper, but the reality isn't quite so rosy. The UN and the Pentagon are providing only a fraction of the funding we need to reach full combat effectiveness, and the arsenal of Soviet equipment we've inherited from EDI is outdated and in poor repair. I've got our best scientists and engineers working around the clock, upgrading and retrofitting our weapons so they'll be more effective, but that will take time. Until then, we'll have to make do with what we've got. I know you can't be thrilled to hear all this, as the newest member of our Field Officer Corps, but I always make it a point to be upfront with my subordinates. As for our enemies, we've got a clear and immediate threat to contend with, which is going to keep us busy for the foreseeable future: the Brotherhood of Nod. Our first theater of operations is Estonia, where Nod has set up a Tiberium harvesting operation. This presents a golden opportunity for us. Commander Carter has the details.
Carter?
Welcome to the front line, Commander. I guess General Shepard must be pretty impressed by your file if you're getting thrown into the meat grinder straight out of training.
You're not very emotive there,
We've
Carter.
got to go in with an amphibious landing. Nod has this beach bottled up with bunkers all along the shoreline. I can provide some artillery support with my gunboats, but this is mostly grunt work. First priority is to get a foothold and establish a beachhead by building your base. Once you've secured your position, move in on the Nod base further inland and take out everything that gets in your way. Raise the Nod base to the ground, but leave their Tiberium refinery standing. Use your engineers to capture the refinery. Then we'll be able to reverse engineer their harvesting methods and use them to fund our own operations going forward.
That about covers it, Commander. Time to get out there and do GDI proud. Good luck.
Pause. Take that. Wait, there's still 10 seconds left? So there is. Alright, so we're back in game. So we finished watching the videos, and the reason why there was so much information that seemed to switch from one meeting room to the next is because I had autoplay on. I'm a genius. Right, but that was the introduction explanation from Eva, followed by my boss telling me what I need to do in Estonia. Now I'm going to be criticizing this game with an iron tongue all the way through, because I think Dr. J would appreciate the feedback. So I'm going to say the following. I need a button. Give me a button. Don't give me this that I can't highlight. I can't copy paste it. I can't click it. Give me a button here that's like watch a video and you click it and then, you know, a browser launches and shows you the video. Please. You're making my hands have to type things. And they don't like to do that. You default me to normal, so I'm going to assume normal is a good speed. If it's not, we'll change it. I'm sure you can in the menu. Right. Let's begin in earnest this time. To raise the not base, especially the Tiberian facility, refinery. Building. Good lord, look at that resolution. I can see for miles. Oh, good lord, modern controls. It hurts me so. Also, that was quite the explosion when that turret died.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Reinforcements have arrived.
This is... I can't do this. It's impossible. Hang on. My brain is defeated.
Battle control terminated.
Settings. Where is it? Okay, whew. Good grief, that was too hard. Coming from Red Alert 2, I can't. If I'm just coming from StarCraft or something, I'm sure it'd be fine, but... my C&C brain, it no like. Alright, we get... oh, that's a lot of buttons.
Reinforcements have arrived. Reinforcements have arrived.
I like the efficiency with which they eliminate these opening squads. It's good.
Unit lost.
Okay, I'm gonna cause some mild earthquakes.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I've come to a realization. I control this boat.
Unit lost.
The devil is this? Paved road? Okay, I'm in.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I probably could have figured that out by myself. But let us begin.
Reinforcements have arrived.
The engineers have arrived. Fantastic. This is very reminiscent of Command and Conquer, also known as Tiberian Dawn by the modern crowd.
Our base.
Mission number 1 for GDI, where you do a beach landing. And you have this gunboat helping you. Oh, what the devil is this circle?
Building.
How dare you present me with quality of life? I don't play this game to know what's going on, I play this game to be confused. Hotkeys for quick building. Madman.
Complete.
You absolute maniac.
New construction. Buildings.
I'm not going to be able to build very much, am I? Because I don't have knowledge of how to harvest Tiberium yet. Apparently building a combine harvester with big teeth on the front is beyond me.
New construction options.
Damn straight. Oh, I see, we're doing this. We're doing this business, are we? What's Q and W then if we start with E?
Our base is under attack.
Maybe shouldn't lead with the medics.
Lost.
Just, you know, on reflection. Amateur medic 400. That's pretty cheap. Whoa, miniguns are pretty cheap.
Building.
Okay, I've started my army. You can shift click to buy 5 at a time. This game is superior to Red Alert 2.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Lost.
We are playing this on the hardest mode, which means it's mission 1 should be a piece of cake.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
The world just sort of ends here.
Unit
Strange. Strange.
ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
That's not a fair criticism.
Unit
You can forget that one.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
I do always like
Unit ready.
RTS games where you start in a world of low tech.
Unit ready.
It doesn't make any sense,
Unit ready.
because apparently I'm repurposing my own equipment from the 50s,
Unit ready.
and I'm pretty sure we had radars and, you know, vehicles
Unit ready.
back in those days, but
Unit ready.
I do like starting mission 1 with just the very basics of the basics. I think it's a good way to learn what the units do and get used to things, and then the enemies can tease their units slowly but surely as well. I just like it.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready.
It's a staple in RTS for a reason.
Ready. Unit
If you want to fire at any point, that would be fantastic.
Unit lost.
Here's a good shot. There's a reasonable chance you die here, Carter. And if I felt more attached to you, maybe I'd care.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Look at the smooth health decay.
Unit lost. Building.
Okay, this has to be the army of choice, surely.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
With minigunners costing half as much as grenadiers, it has to be the way.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
That's too many men.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
I'm gonna lose mission 1, aren't I?
Ready. Unit ready.
Can we? Ooh, look at that. With a shift like a regular human being, and not with Z like a savage.
Unit ready.
Fantastic waypoint system.
Unit ready.
Rally points
Unit ready. Unit ready.
indicated with a
Unit
flag.
ready.
This is everything I dream of.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Looking good, Carter. Looking good. I'm just going to assume we never get attacked ever again. I'm out of money. I am aware of a way of getting more money. I can find the sell icon. There it is. Fine, screw you then. Curse you and your way of thinking about things. What the hell, there's fog of war? I've only just noticed this.
Unit lost.
There's actual working fog of war. It's not reveal it once and it's revealed forever. What is this game?
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Probably start with these, because they die faster.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
I'm just going to assume we got this. I think we do.
Unit lost.
Turrets are not the base defensive choice
Unit lost. Unit lost.
against mass minigunners, I assure you. We got hotkeys, right? Well, we got hotkeys with little numbers in the portraits.
Unit lost.
That was a very fiery explosion for something that probably doesn't contain any flames.
Unit lost.
How dare you purchase units?
Unit lost.
That's forbidden technology.
Unit lost. Our base is
Also, that plane is really shifting.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
I'm about to lose.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Okay, that's a failure. These things happen, these things happen. I'm a brand new field commander. I don't know what I am.
Reinforcements have arrived.
General? I'm not a general yet, and that's a higher rank, isn't it?
Reinforcements have arrived.
I'm just a man. I do what I can.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Reinforcements have
Alright, new
arrived.
strategy. Don't attack these at all. Because Carter can deal with those, or he can die. I don't really mind.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Push forward, push fast, because we keep getting attacked by units that come from the left.
Reinforcements have arrived.
And there's a reasonable chance that they're just an infinite supply of off-screen spawning enemies. Please deploy. Thank you. I understand sometimes you want to take your time with it, you know, just make sure it's all okay. Also, I understand it's entirely my fault that I died, because I should have put a more varied force.
Unit lost.
Some grenadiers would have helped a lot. But I don't like accepting blame for my mistakes. So instead, I'm going to blame the game.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Okay, you can hotkey place buildings. I like that. What that means is, because buildings is hotkey to E instead of Q for some strange reason, if I press E, it auto-selects the building I've built, and I can not place it within this circle of sphere of influence. I don't know what this circle represents.
New construction options.
You're optimistic if you think 3 Nod buggies is going to take that out.
Building. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Can you stop with the attacks? It's irritating.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost.
I don't mind losing the Humvee. It does barely nothing. Humvee is not exactly got a great matchup against turrets.
Unit ready.
Oh, a couple of those. Look at this. Nice variety of forces.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
And the rest can be minigunners.
Unit ready.
If one of my grenadiers dies, I'm just going to lose the whole force, though. We're going to go up
Unit ready.
in a ball of flames.
Ready.
I'm just going to spend all of my money, and then I'm going to charge. And whatever happens to the base happens to it. I got Carter on watch. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Lost. Our base is under attack. Unit ready.
The fact that I'm struggling on mission 1 on hard mode is very concerning. But honestly, it's kind of expected.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
That is your target. End it.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
So I can see further than exists. That's something I'm learning. There's obviously a cutoff of the level here. I mean, the level has to have boundaries somewhere, right? We can see where they are. But I can scroll beyond the boundaries, which means I can center things at the edge of the screen, I suppose.
Unit ready.
I guess there's some technical use for that.
Unit ready.
Very niche, though.
Unit ready.
But it's not a bad thing.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Ah, gunboats. They're so satisfying.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
I do like the fact that the entire Earth ruptures every time I destroy a building, though. That's good.
Ready.
Makes me feel powerful.
Unit ready.
We're out of cash. Ooh, to the penny.
Right away, sir. You got it.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Roger. Not a problem.
Unit lost.
Moving out.
Do I need to actually control my forces in a meaningful way?
Engineering. Affirmative.
Or can I just attack?
Reporting.
Can we A left click?
Yes, sir.
We can.
Affirmative.
The technology has arrived.
Awaiting orders. Ready and waiting. Not a problem.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, we'll take a moment to heal up. That's what we got the medics for. I can't just sell anything.
Yes, sir.
Attack anything. Units will attack enemy units on site. Units will not move. Okay, that's hold position. Units will only attack when attacked. Why would you ever do this? And this exists in a lot of games, but why? Okay, why? If someone's in range, shoot them. You're not a secret agent. You're not hiding in the shadows. Just start killing.
Knowledge.
What we got over here? Attack move. Oh yes, very good. Force move. Good, good. Force attack. That's control. Yep. Yard. Oh, follow and protect another unit. Okay, that could be potentially useful. Scatter. Yes, control X, not just X. Damn, you making me press extra buttons.
Our base is under
Okay.
attack.
Reporting.
This is fun. You're never killing that. Carter's got that on lock, don't worry.
Reporting.
When I select a group that contains engineers, it doesn't automatically select the engineers? Or is it because they're hotkeyed?
Knowledge. Waiting orders.
Test theory.
Ready and waiting.
No!
Knowledge.
The non-combat units don't get selected with drag boxes.
Right away, sir.
That is superb.
Right away, sir.
Can I control click to select all?
Lost.
No, I can't.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
But medics are a non-combat unit and they get selected.
Unit lost.
It's just
Unit lost.
an exclusion for engineers then, I guess. So I like it, because it means they're not just going to charge into the front of the fight,
Unit lost.
like that medic is. Which is kind of why I thought it might apply to medics as well.
You got it.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Engineering.
Unit lost.
Yeah, looks like I'm only just going to make this.
Engineering.
Here's the plan. We take this.
Not building.
We sell it.
captured.
Ready and waiting.
That's a lot of men.
Ready.
Reporting. You got it.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
We destroy this, because this thing actually represents a threat.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Wreckage?
Unit ready.
Surely not. Well, I'm amazed by everything I see.
Unit ready.
Maybe I'm just simple. I don't know.
Ready.
I can't sell it. Ooh. This is Easter egg potential if I've ever seen it.
I can fix that.
Okay, I found a way to get some money.
Not building is under attack.
Right away, sir.
Building. Unit ready. Unit cancelled. Cancelled. Harvester. Lost.
My harvester, no! That died very fast.
Lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Got it.
Building.
Alright, I'm not done yet.
Unit lost. On hold.
Wait a second. Can two separate construction yards build two things at the same
Unit
time?
Ready.
As if they're
Our base
actually
is under
buildings,
attack.
constructing things.
Awaiting orders.
This game's crazy.
Building.
Engineering. Affirmative.
I am aware of the fact I can just end the mission whenever I want by destroying these buildings. But I'm gonna make an airstrip, damn it.
Ready and waiting.
If there's not enough money in this silo, I'm gonna give up. Be perfectly clear. My patience has its limits, and they're very, very low.
Not building captured.
That's enough. How come there's no dirt beneath the silo? There should be, right? I'm very, very sure that there's usually 2 tiles of dirt beneath the silo, just like there is in a power plant. I don't know, the dirt doesn't do anything. Well, it prevents building on top of it, actually, so I guess
Construction
made
complete.
the silos more compact by doing this. That 2x1 instead of 2x2.
New construction options.
It's just occurred to me that I sold this thing immediately upon capturing it, and then I spent ages rebuilding it to see what I could produce. Whereas I could have just looked before I sold it.
Building.
Still, we learned that nod buggies cost 300, which is a bargain, I might add. A few frames of wreckage. Oh,
Reinforcements have arrived.
yellow nod buggies. Ooh. It's the little things.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledged. Not a problem.
I always like the look of the GDI coloured nod delivery plane. I don't know why.
Yes, sir.
And it's got a bit of pizzazz.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished screen is a little lackluster. Just a little pop-up. Hey, you did it. Nice. Thanks. I'm glad you approve. I understand my options here. Return to map, I guess, if I just want to explore and see what was around. Yes? But it's paused. I'll take a 1 though, so he's a good chap. Just if I want to have a look, or I can see how I did. Alright, fair dues, fair dues. Reread the briefings. So it seems when you're finished, we need to be clicking this leave button
Battle control terminated.
and selecting the next mission. I would favour a next mission button that just immediately boots up mission number 2, but I understand that's a bit weird, because now what I need to do is go back to YouTube and watch a video anyway, which I'm going to do in the next video. Ooh, overlapping of videos, confusing stuff. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.